A mí no me parece si yo di primero y el que da primero da dos veces. What's up, y'all? Welcome to Southern Life. Estamos en Hialeah City. Ya tú sabes, lo que me gusta a mí, mi ambiente, lo mío. What's happening with you? Que vuelta contigo, mi hermano. This is Hialeah. Hialeah es un cubaneo de madre. As you about to see for yourself with your own two eyes. Que aquí el que manda somos nosotros. Ya tú sabes. Así que mejor pórtate bien y deja la chusmería. Que we is in Hialeah. Fat boy eats. What? Fat boy eats. Yeah, sorry y'all. I mean, we're not really going too hard on the quality of the video. We're giving you guys raw content. On this trip, we got a lot of ground to cover. So we're just showing you guys the real streets of Miami, what it is, what it do. The real deal streets of Miami. So out here, it ain't really about the quality of the video. It's that I'm taking you guys deep into the trenches of Florida, so y'all can see what it's really like on the streets of Florida, the real streets of Florida. This ain't the Disneyland right here. There ain't no tourists coming up through here other than me. This is the trenches. So I know the video's shaking a little bit. I know the camera, you can see the glare and all that. This ain't about quality of video. This is about content, pure raw content. If you like to watch,
España.
Yeah, Café España. If you like to watch Charlie Boo, I love to watch Charlie Boo. It's one of my favorite YouTubers is Charlie Boo. And Charlie Boo, his videos suck. But he's got 400,000 subscribers because he takes you into the trenches. He's showing you the real deal, what's really popping in the streets, the real places that most people are curious about but too afraid to go there themselves. So with that said, this video is mostly, yeah, I know it's just a cell phone flopping around my windshield. I know that, but that's fine. I'm taking you guys into the trenches, y'all. Like, real deal streets of Miami. Like, we're in Hialeah, which is a Cuban suburb. The city has the lowest crime rate of any city its size. So I know it looks rough. I know it looks kind of scary, but don't let that confuse you. I'm doing horrible since I came to Florida with the allergies and all that stuff. I've really struggled with the allergies since I came to Florida. Not sure what it is. I'm thinking it might be that red tide stuff going on. But anyways, I know it looks scary. I know it looks hood. This is the highest crime neighborhood, by the way, in Hialeah. This area here has the highest crime in Hialeah. But Hialeah has 200,000 people, and I know I'm sneezing too. Home Solution Depot, and their logo is a rhino.
Yeah.
That's interesting. But what I'm saying to y'all is pretty much, guys, Hialeah has, even though it looks gutter, it looks hood, and it probably is in a sense, do not get confused about Hialeah. This city has the lowest crime rate of any city its size in the whole United States. I know it looks a little hood, it looks a little, you know, urban, it looks overcrowded. The population density here is one of the highest population densities of any city in the country as well. Only like places in New York and New Jersey have a higher population density than here. So you got high population density, but is a functioning society. Look at this house right here. I mean, like, and you would not believe the prices of real estate out here. Please believe the real estate out here is an arm and a leg. I mean, you're talking like any of these little tiny apartments is $1,400 a month or something. I don't know. It is ridiculously expensive to live here. Okay, it's 97% Latino, and the Americans. There's a small percentage of Americans that live here, and they speak Spanish. There's a lot of Americans here who speak Spanish, and they actually like to live here more than Latinos. I've met a few Americans that live here, and they're you know, Americans, you know, Floridian Hialeahans, Americans that live here. This is their hood. This is where they're from. and they speak Spanish because this is where they're from. So you will meet Americans from here, and please believe you ain't gonna talk bad about Hialeah them folks, because this is their hood, this is where they're from. They speak English, they speak Spanish, and they'll tell you we got the lowest crime rate. And they'll tell you, as a white person here, I've never had any problems, because it really does have a low crime rate. Cubans are the predominant group here. And Cubans, we got this thing going on where we got a lot of respect for other people. You might have noticed my drive arounds here in the Latino areas, how they'll stop for elderly people. I mean, that's where I get my gentlemanship from. You've seen the way I am. You've seen how I'm not saying all Cubans are like that. There's definitely a bunch of snobby Cubans everywhere, but a lot of us Cubans were just brought up a certain way, a certain level of respect, especially for elderly people. And a lot of us still treasure that. I know I treasure. That's why I'm glad I live in Alabama, where people have the honor, the honor code, where, you respect old people, you open doors for people, you're a gentleman. So a lot of Cubans do have that. Unfortunately, a lot of the newer arrivals here don't share that cultural sentiment of being a gentleman and all that, but there's plenty of it. And definitely it's not everybody. There's enough of it. Enough of it to, I mean, you'll still see stuff like people stopping for a pedestrian. I love to see stuff like that personally. So don't get it confused. Yes, there are gangsters here, real gangsters, real crime syndicates, all that stuff. But a lot of the crime is kind of economical crime. It's not really, it's not really a street violence on victims. We're not big on, Cubans are not big on victimizing people. We're not too big on making somebody a victim. But what we are big on is organized crime rings. So there's a lot of very elaborately organized and very well masked, to be honest, criminal enterprises where a legitimate business could be something totally different. They find some weird stuff here in Miami. They find the weirdest. I mean, this is the mother of scams. Finesse and scam. This is the motherland of it. There's nothing quite like it anywhere in the United States. So don't get it confused. A lot of people see Hialeah. Mija, por favor, I'm doing un video de Hialeah y tú me estás poniendo gente de zona ahí altísimo, bro. You're gonna give me a copyright strike, man. Tranquilízate, brother. You come here y te aborotas cuando vienes a Hialeah. Te pones pesada conmigo. Relax. You need to relax because estás agita. Every time you, oh my gosh, I've been to this house. This is where, remember this place right here? Yeah. Yeah. Dang, that is his house, yo.
Who?
The people from La Tona. Remember we did a video there? We did a video for them, remember? We did a video at that house. Remember where they cooked for us?
Oh,
and
yeah.
Louis was in Cuba, remember that trip?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's some people right there, man. It's crazy. I know people on the street. That's crazy. I had no idea where I was, and I pull up in the street. I'm like, I know those people. Yeah, so I do know people in this neighborhood. Isn't that crazy? So don't get it confused with Hialeah. If you don't believe me, look it up. And it's statistically one of the weirdest places on the face of the earth. You're talking, statistically, right? You're talking the most Latino city in the entire country. And then on top of that, the least racially diverse city, because since everybody's Latino, it's actually considered the least racially diverse city in the entire country. So Hialeah has some of the most extreme statistics of any place ever. It's the most Latino city. It's the least diverse city. It's the lowest crime rate of any large city. Yet it still has more organized crime rings than anywhere else you're gonna ever go to. I mean, most crime here is non-violent. It's kind of all finesse. So you run into a lot of really weird. If you watch the news in Hialeah, you'll run into some incredible things. The income to cost of living ratio is the worst of any city in the country. by far. So there's a lot of really extreme statistics about the place we're in right now, Hialeah. I love the place here. Like I said, I just drove by somebody's house that I know. You know what I mean? So people that I've actually done YouTube videos with in the past, I collaborated on some YouTube videos in the past for my other channel. So I know a lot of people here in Miami. Like, I could literally walk into a gas station here in Hialeah and somebody will know who I am just off the YouTube. So yeah, so I do I love this place. Good memories here. I do like Hialeah. It is a little bit intense and the math of living here doesn't add up, but it is nonetheless, for somebody who is Cuban like me and appreciates the cultural aspect of it, you know, I would probably want to retire here one day or something. We're not on the same page there.
No.
Well, we're not on the same page about retiring in Hialeah. Well, hold on. I thought we were on the same page about that. We're not.
No.
You're telling me that you don't want to retire in Hialeah and be around our own paper?
No.
Catherine. Look at these houses. Look at there are some. This is a neighborhood that doesn't have too many houses over the top, but there are some houses in here in Hialeah. You're just like, dang. Like,
Jose?
Yeah. This neighborhood's pretty. Look at these little, like, these little pretty houses.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they are $500,000, but that is kind of
I lived a bunch amongst enough Cubans in Naples.
True that. Yeah, I didn't know.
Please don't do this
No,
to me again.
Yeah, you got a solid point there. I couldn't stand Cubans. Dang, you got a point there. I really don't like living around Cuban people. Too much gossip. It's kind of like where we live now. It's like small town gossip. It's kind of like that. Yeah, you do run into a lot of gossipers here. Chusmeria is the word they coined here. They say chusmeria. Is that they're wearing a mask in her car? Chusmeria. It's a Cuban word that means like kind of like gossiping. You know what I mean? Like it's like really like it's like a gossipy. This car behind us is in a rush, and I'm actually enjoying this cruise. Who the crap would have thought we would be in Hialeah this time of year? Not even I thought we'd be over here. Yeah. It's odd that we're here. It really is. If you think about it. All of a sudden, we just got up one day and said, let's go to Hialeah. We were going to go to Destin, and then we were going to go, we'll make it to Tampa. Then it was all right, we'll make it to Tampa, might as well get down to Naples. 10-hour drive down here. I hope these videos pay off because we need, this is quite the trip. Yeah. This has been the most elaborate trip we've gone on. Look at the ice cream truck, man. That's so good, man. Oh, I love it. And these little Cuban restaurants, like off the beaten path.
They're awesome.
Oh yeah, these little Cuban places out here, you know, like in the mixed into the residential areas. Wow, dude, there's like no traffic on Palm. Look at this. That's crazy. These little like, you know, well, that was trashy right there, kind of hood, like duplexes. Yo, I bet you we're gonna run this. If we hang out here, we're gonna run into somebody I know eventually. Yeah. Hialeah. So yes, the most Cuban city in America, 200,000 Latinos, mostly Cubans, and then the second largest group is Colombians. Some really wacky statistics. This place is a place of extremes because we came from nothing. Came from Cuba with nothing. Started from the bottom of the bottom. And now we're here. You know? We started from Cuba. Came to America with nothing. That's one unique thing about Latinos that come from Cuba.
Oh, that's the Donald's cart.
Latinos that come from Cuba is that we came here with nothing, and we've created a dang 5 million people metropolitan area. You know, there was nothing here. This was all created through hard work and stingery, because not like people are even getting paid all that much to make things happen. They just lots of discipline to make this place, you know. The same thing with the Haitian community on the other side of Northwest Miami. Then people came here with nothing, you know. A lot of people from Mexico, from Guatemala, Venezuela, they came with something. They got something else back home. But the Cuban community is unique in that we really, really came from nothing. You know, and the first Cubans that came here were downright savages. I mean, there's no other way to describe them. Fidel Castro, pretty much, when he sent the first Cubans over here, he referred to it as, he said he emptied out the toilet of Cuba on America. Because he sent Cubans that were he emptied out all the prisons in Cuba, and those were the first, like the big group that came in the 80s. You know, he literally, the Marielitos, literally, vast majority of these Cubans were in prisons, released to come to America, and the United States really didn't know what was coming from Cuba, but vast number, I mean, basically, the entire Cuban prison system was emptied out into Miami. Like this was founded. You know, the bulk of the population here came from people who were in prisons. You know, Fidel Castro emptied the prisons of Cuba by letting them all come over here when the boat left. You got some savage people here, and out of that group of savage people, now you have the city with the lowest crime rate of any large city in the country. Don't believe me? Look it up. Lowest murder rate, lowest crime rate, lowest violent crime rate. A lot has been accomplished. So most people come here and they see a ghetto because there's so much fusion of culture. This place is just filled with culture.
They sell whole pigs.
They'll sell you a whole pig. You know what I mean? Like you see a whole pig sign. You're like, what? They sell whole pigs? Yes, they do. It may be a little bit too much for the sensibilities of a lot of people to see the people, the population density, so much crammed into so little space. So they think it's a bad place. And there's a lot of YouTubers, Nick Johnson, World According to Briggs, who have said all types of horrible things about Hialeah. And let me tell you something. No. You may not like the city life, you may not like the population density, all that. I understand all that. I moved to Alabama to be in the middle of the woods, away from people. I get that, but don't get that confused with being criminal. Well, okay. Am I saying too much? I think I might. Do you feel safe as a white woman?
Yeah.
That was a clear yes that I heard there. Y'all hear a clear yes from a white woman. But the first time I brought you here,
there's a few weird things going on here, but it's
okay,
safe.
Enough. Don't elaborate on it, Katie. Don't get yourself in trouble here. I love this place. Lots of memories here. Lots of memories of when we lived in Kentucky and we would come visit our family over here, and it was freaking cold, and I came here to Florida and got a sunburn in December or January. Yes, lots of memories. This place to me is special. I don't care what you say. But anyways, this is a tour of the streets of Hialeah, Florida, and totally freestyle, by the way. I'm not really planning this trip out here. We're just that old rich Cuban guy. He's pimping. No, be like I gotta get my dad a Benz, man.
What?
I gotta get my dad a Benz.
Yeah, I want to get him a new car.
We gotta get him a new car. He needs to be pimping like that old guy right there. If my dad was with us and he saw that Cuban guy, would be like, see that? That's the way you should have me. Why ain't I pimping like that old guy?
That's what we need to get him.
One of these, yeah.
I want to get him one of those C-Class so we're doing better.
Yeah.
Brand new C-Class for him. He deserves it.
He does, man. He's brought all four of us to America with nothing. You know what I mean? You think
But he's the type of man that would get mad that you bought something for him.
Yeah. No, he'd accept. I wish I could do more for that. I mean,
we tried to give him a car, he got mad.
When you try to, you know, consider the fact that he came to America from Cuba, brought all of us over here, that guy deserves so much better. You know, he really does. He deserves a whole lot more better. I think tomorrow we should just spend the day with him.
Yeah.
He didn't come today with us to Miami because it's probably more than he can handle. You know, as far as the, you know, it's too much for him. You know, it really is. This street's actually pretty nice. And by the way, it's the real estate out here. Some of these nicer houses, $400,000, $500,000, $600,000. There's even houses into the millions here in Hialeah. The real estate here, even a small little house, can be $420,000. There's probably nothing in the 300s here that's even decently livable. So just so you understand that the real estate out here is quite expensive real estate. You know what I mean? This is not affordable.
Yeah.
It's a very desirable place. Basically, a lot of Cubans want to live here. A lot of Cuban kids, Cuban Americans, were born here, grew up here, moved to the Carolinas, moved to New York, moved. You know, they moved out thinking, you know, this was too much for them. You know, they wanted to live somewhere kind of like what we're doing now.
Yeah.
Exactly what we did. Yeah, they're our age, they're our generation, just like us. They moved out to Alabama or Georgia or Tennessee or Kentucky or, you know, the Carolinas, and now they're about this age, kind of like where we are now.
Yeah.
And a lot of them are moving back over here because they miss the lifestyle. They miss the environment.
Yeah. I want to come in maybe a few times a year, but I can't do it full time.
Yeah. And as we get better economically, there's no reason why we can't spend a month or two down here, you know, actually snowbird, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like crap, I didn't bring the truck down here. I didn't bring the pickup truck. I came in the SUV.
Yeah.
I literally went to quote a job today in Naples. Of course, I quoted the job so high that the people said no because I don't want to work. I came here on vacation. So if they pay me enough, I would have done it. But if I had quoted them reasonably, I would have done the job. Besides, I told myself I never want to work in Naples again. And if I ever work in Naples again, please believe you're going to pay a premium of a premium for me to step foot in Naples to work. I have some personal sentiments when it comes to... Even Hialeah doesn't have any traffic. What is going on with the world, man? Dang, when there ain't no traffic in Hialeah, something is wrong.
Yeah.
It's scary times we're living in. Look at these houses. Look at the colors on these. Oh, this neighborhood's got colors. This one went with like a green. So the other one's like, "Pera, I want that. I'm gonna go with a blue." You know. So I know a lot of us kind of want to experience what's out there in the United States and see what's out there, but I'm not gonna lie, I know a lot of them end up coming back over here because of the lifestyle. But when they come back, they come back better. Bro, I wonder if I can buy Cuban rum here. I'd pay $100 for a bottle of Cuban rum. I don't care what it costs. If I can get a real Cuban rum. At least let's get Barbancourt. Please remind me to get some Barbancourt rum. We're going to Northwest Miami. Let's at least get some Haitian rum over here. Because you can't even get that in Alabama.
You can get it in Naples.
No, I'm going to get it here so I don't forget.
Okay.
Oh, this neighborhood back here is something else. Back in here, like in the 80s.
A Spanish gun store.
Really? Where?
Right there.
What does it say?
Joyeria Estrella.
Does it say pistols?
It has a pistol on it.
Empeños. Oh, it does have a picture of a gun. Are they open today? Man, they might have ammunition here because this Hialeah, they may not be like...
It's also a pawn shop.
Oh, I've got to go in there. Maybe I can get that Cuban gold chain. Oh, my Cuban gold.
Oh, no.
Ya tú sabes.
Papi,
yeah.
no.
My Cuban link. I'm going in there. A pawn shop in Hialeah. How could I pass up on that? You're brilliant, man. You are something else. Thank you. Dump trucks are the most common thing you're going to see in Hialeah. Now somebody's honking a horn. This guy broke down, so they're like honking a horn at him. Yep. Yeah, get around him. You're and then Paula. And it's just, he's sitting there scratching his head like, what do I do next? That's so mild, you know? Yeah, your car breaks down in the middle of the road and you just sit there and scratch your head like, dang, what's my next move? You think it's open? They sell rims. I see rims. Maybe we can get those rims.
That's next door. That's Benji.
I'm gonna get some rims, man.
The rainbow place.
Are they open? Yeah, they're open.
Yeah,
there's nobody there, but they're open.
No one there.
Dude, look at how many guns they got painted on there. Oh, man.
Oh, my gosh. This is like gun headquarters.
Maybe I can trade my guns for a Cuban link chain. I'm just going to end up slapping a redneck with them. I might as well just fix that problem right now.